today we saw the launch of the mesenchymal stem cell for multiple sclerosis study, and I'm pleased to be joined by Professor Antonio Uccelli, who's one of the leaders of this study, to talk us through some of the important aspects of it. And first, I'd like to begin by asking you to just tell us a little bit more about this study.
Yeah, this is going to be the first multi-center study involving centers from Europe and North America, addressing the safety and efficacy of mesenchymal stem cells, a type of adult stem cells that can be isolated from the bone marrow of humans that will be injected intravenously in individuals with multiple sclerosis. The objective of the study is to address safety, as I said, and efficacy on parameters involving MRI measures and clinical measures.
Okay, and one of the aspects of this trial is that it's a multi-center trial, and could you tell us why it is so important to involve centers from around the world in this study?
Yeah, I think this is a very important issue. I think that there are big expectations about stem cell treatments, and unfortunately, so far, due to the complexity of utilizing stem cells in human diseases, most of the studies that were reported included a very small number of individuals, and therefore most of the results, although quite interesting, were somehow anecdotal. I think it is mandatory to address safety and efficacy of a stem cell treatment no differently than what we would do for a pharmaceutical compound. And this means that we need to work in a double-blind design study, and that we need to reach a large number of individuals enrolled in the study that will give us the statistical power to achieve our objectives. Therefore, since it is not realistic to treat more than 10-15 individuals per each center, it is natural to believe that we need to come up with a study involving a lot of different groups that have experience in this highly specific field.
Okay. I was just wondering, with the various different types of stem cells that can be used in trials for MS, why did you select mesenchymal stem cells in this particular study?
I appreciate your question because I think it is very important to underline that experimental data that have been achieved by us and by many other labs around the world allow us to say that mesenchymal stem cells have mainly display two major features. On one side, they can inhibit inflammation and block the autoimmune response ongoing in individuals with multiple sclerosis. And on the other side, we hope there is enough data to support the fact that these cells may protect neurons and oligodendrocytes, the cells that produce myelin, from inflammatory-induced damage. On the other side, it is important to underline that the current evidence do not allow to support the possibility that mesenchymal stem cells can regenerate a tissue once has been irreversibly damaged. Therefore, these cells should be utilized in patients with active disease in order, from one side, to inhibit the pathogenic autoimmune attack to myelin, and on the other side, to promote repair through the release of neurotrophic and other molecules that can support survival of neural cells.
And for the background for the study, in what way does it support the actual launching the study at this particular time?
Because I think this is the right time due to the fact that preclinical data has been established all over the last 5-7 years, demonstrating clearly that MSCs mesenchymal stem cell, can be effective in animal models of multiple sclerosis. There is a lot of in vitro data also supporting a protective effect on neural cells, and also a relatively large amount of data on safety of these cells has been produced by small studies in MS individuals that already reported in the literature the safety of this treatment. Therefore, I think that the scientific and patients community requires to know whether these cells not only are safe, but indeed can have a potential impact in the current scenario of therapies in multiple sclerosis.
And a final question, do you think that we will see stem cell therapies for multiple sclerosis become mainstream in our lifetimes?
Well, this is a difficult question to answer. I would say that at this stage we do have a lot of very effective treatments that it's difficult to believe that this will be replaced by stem cell therapies. On the other side, I believe that stem cells, and particularly mesenchymal stem cells, may have the ability to be a smarter type of treatment, because not only will target a specific mechanism or pathogenic mechanism of multiple sclerosis, but may potentially release several factors that can, in a very complex way, impact different pathways involved in MS pathogenesis. I would say that at this stage, I do not predict the possibility for MSCs to replace therapies, but on the other side, I'm confident that in some individuals not responding to the currently available therapies, MSCs, namely mesenchymal stem cells, can be an option, and hopefully an effective option.
Great, well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.